So I seek to align with all the already established protocols. So good morning. The panel discussions of yesterday, I'm sure most of us were here yesterday, were actually quite very inclusive on the issues that has more have to do with the reforms of government, the policies of government. We've had very high-level organized people from the private sector and also key drivers of our economy. I mean, the Honorable Minister of Finance was here yesterday to give us a more insightful reach on the various government programs, what they are doing, and what they will need us to do. The forum also provided us with an opportunity as the organized private sector to ask questions, probe the policies, probe the reforms, and also profile solutions on how we think we can move this country forward. So it was very insightful, and I must commend the organizers of this summit, in NECA, the council members, for putting together a veritable platform where you can clearly express how we feel about the things that are happening around the country, the reforms of government, policies of government, and the critical buy-in areas where you require support of the organized employee. So kudos to all of the summit members here. So according to the MDS rebasing exercise of 2025, the country's nominal GDP stood almost about 290 billion in 2024, but now about 377 billion in nominal terms for 2026. So the projected growth rate by IMS of about 4.1%. But then there's a very tall order. The government is saying we must now become a 1 trillion economy before year 2020. That is only possible with the critical buy-in of everybody that is in this room. You are more like the GDP of this country. So your input, your understanding of the policies of government, of the forms of government, galvanizing all the enabling lines of production is what is key in driving this. So the topic today, the theme, leveraging reforms and ECG for enterprise competitiveness and inclusive national growth, is so timely. If you look around the world today, where we are in respect of how we should grow, actually driven by the enterprise infrastructures of this country. And I would say in Nigeria today, that DPI, the digital public infrastructure, the digital foundation that enables modern economies, are gradually evolving and taking very critical and center space in the evolution of where we should go in respect of our national development. DPI is built on 3 critical pillars: your digital identity, the payments, and also on data exchange. I will say very clearly, with the establishment, with the driving more like policies of the Nigerian Identity Management Agency, NIMSI, on digitalizing identity numbers and bank verifications as well, are gradually now creating that database that are key in ensuring that we have that infrastructure base for the enterprise solutions we are looking for in aligning with the vision of achieving $1 trillion economy by 2030. While government provides policy rails, it is the private sector that builds, operates, and scales this infrastructure. Every digital creates a trusted record. Every trusted record strengthens accountability. So at eTransact, the company I represent, the only payments switching platform in the country that is quoted, there is a PLC that has been there for over 20 years. We have been very critical in supporting the private and public sectors, formal and informal sectors, with digital solutions that have been successfully been deployed across both the public and private sectors area, from the e-invoicing that is supporting the tax collections of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, to the pensions gateway, which we're actually now doing to drive for inclusiveness of Nigerians that are not only within the employed or organized private employment areas, but also the informal sectors into the pension space, where over 60, 65 years of age, they are still able to fend for themselves even outside of service. We have electronic verification management systems and building central billing systems to offer and profile bigger solutions for digital transformations. So this is where the private sector's contributions becomes even more concrete. Based on ECG and competitiveness, are not delivered by regulations alone, they are delivered by how business choose to operate. I'm happy here that in this room, you have more like the strength of the economy of this country. Here you have your collective responsibilities, your efforts driving what we call today as the GDP of this country. So digital information plays a very significant role in advancing these priorities. It strengthens governance by making transactions transparent, traceable, and accountable. And we know in our various roles as executives, we have procedures in place that are digitalized in ensuring that there's transparency and there's efficient management of resources for proper accountability and guaranteeing increased productivity. So loyal leads lead to higher productivity attracts investment, and investment, of course, creates jobs. So jobs drive inclusive growth. So I must commend the organizers of this committee that a trillion dollar economy is very possible. Well, $1 trillion economy is only possible with the enablers that will ensure that we have adequate security in place, that will ensure that the literacy level is better, that will ensure that we have equal access to opportunities, and also that will guarantee that the enterprise infrastructure is bespoke, world standard, driven by Nigerians and for Nigeria. So I want to use this opportunity to appreciate the organizers of this summit for putting together very big men of timber and fiber, people from the organized private sector, and also key drivers of the economy from, on the side of government, and other participants from the multilateral agencies in ensuring that we have now a veritable platform where every desires, every thinking of the organized private sector can be projected. So I commend you all. Thank you very, very much.